Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to our final game week Premier League predictions before the break for the World Cup.
But it's next week, can't believe it. We're going next week.
Competition here, because we've got the man himself from Fnatic, once the FIFA champion of the world, it's THekkz.
Don't say once, I'm coming back next time. I'm back on top.
We couldn't get number one on, so we've got this guy.
That is impressive. Best in the world, seriously.
Yeah, no, I was back in the day, but I'm a bit like Liverpool now. I was top of the world. I've fallen off a little bit, but I'm on my way back. We've got new owners coming in. You know?
We'll bring you the luck. We're not like Drake. Once you come on here, you're going to start winning everything again. Great to have you on, mate. How is your football knowledge? Is it as good as your FIFA?
You know what? I've been on the train down with your editor, and I've been saying my football knowledge is actually really good, and I'm here to prove it today.
Fighting talk, because last week Ryan Tafazoli, who should be playing for Iran, shouldn't he?
Oh,
all
he needs to be
day long.
captain. 6
points he got. Thogden got 7 points, and bloody hell, Theo done it again with 9 points. How's he doing this?
I am the ball knowledge king, but apparently you questioned that.
Nah, I questioned that. I says me and you Premier League quiz. I'm backing myself.
If we did a football quiz, I'm happy to do that on your channel if we get 20,000 likes.
Let's do it.
No cuts.
20k likes. I need to prove myself.
I'm going to set the questions to that one.
That'll be fixed. You'll fix it for him.
He
No, I
wants me
won't.
to
I
lose.
promise
He wants
I
me
won't.
to lose.
Manchester City against Brentford. It's second against 11th. It's the team with the best home form, Theo.
Yes.
Against the team with a pretty bad record on the road. Now, Man City last week, we know they struggled against Fulham.
They struggled, but they had 10 men. And when De Bruyne and Haaland had the opportunity to link up just for 3 minutes, they scored 2 goals, one was disallowed, and it won them the game.
But I tell you what, that's sending off. Did you see that text?
It's not a red card.
Let's be real, like, if that's a red card, then the game's gone. How can you... I've done it in Power League where you go shoulder to shoulder.
Hey, listen up.
There's no risk. There's no risk.
But the difference was Haaland. He came on again. He might get 20 goals this week.
Yeah, it's boring how much we say it because he's just too good.
I think he gets 40 goals this season.
You reckon?
I think he breaks the record. He has to.
Did City win the league?
Of course, man. The City.
But it's Arsenal top right now.
Yeah, but even if they don't fall off Arsenal, just City from February onwards, they don't lose games.
Here's the thing about Brentford. Ivan Toney is out.
Yeah.
He's fighting a bit of a court case right now. He's not being picked in the England team, and I don't think he'll get much time for Brentford. I'm not sure how they're going to cope without their big target man, their goal scorer this season.
I'll go Man City 4, Brentford 0. It's a bit boring, but...
I said that. I'm going to say 3-0. And I'll point out a Haaland hat-trick. Clip this. Final match. He's not playing at the World Cup. He's going to show the world what he does when he's back for full and fitness just for 1 game.
But I'm going to give Brentford a goal. Man City 3, Brentford 1. Liverpool against Southampton. It's 8th against 18th. Now, somebody tells me you might be a cheeky little Liverpool fan.
I can see in the accent.
I'm a big... Hey, less than that. My dad's a Liverpool fan, yeah? I'm allowed to be a Liverpool fan, but this season, it hasn't gone too well, has it?
Having said that, we were there last week at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and you've just got to say that Mo Salah, 2 chances, 2 goals, genius.
Yeah, so good. I think Liverpool back to their best, mate. I think you should be chilling.
I disagree. I think the issue of us this season is that we've only got 2 players right now who can score a goal. Salah and Nunes. There's no goals from midfield. In this system we play, Trent and Robertson aren't getting involved too much
Firmino
this season.
started the season incredibly, and then after 2 matches he thought, I'm not going to score for 8. Liverpool might rotate considering this is the final game before a big World Cup break. Or do you think you just go all guns blazing and you're out there to batter Southampton?
I don't think we're allowed to rotate. We're so far behind in the league. We need to get the points up. I think we're going to play our best team that's available to us.
So I'm going to defend Liverpool. I think it's going to turn from now on.
Yeah.
I think against Tottenham, they put up a hell of a fight.
I think that with Liverpool, we struggle to beat teams that sit deep, and I think Southampton are going to sit deep. I think we're going to win, but I'm going to go 2-0. So I don't think we're going to score too many, but I think Salah
But
gets...
Southampton were battered by Newcastle 4-1 last week. You don't think Liverpool could score 5 or 6?
Yeah, but do you know what happened since then, Dad?
Go on.
They sacked Hazenhuis.
I know
and
that.
their new manager, Nathan Jones, will be running the club for the first time, who just left Luton Town. I think he's a good manager, but it's not going to happen overnight.
So, and your score prediction is?
Yeah, I'm still going to say Liverpool 3-0 win. Have you ever had a chance to meet any of the Liverpool players?
I've met a fair few.
Trent?
Met Trent. Trent, awful FIFA player though, really bad FIFA player. I met Trent. Jota as well. Van Dijk, legend by the way.
Who's the nicest, would you say?
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, yeah.
He knows me. I walked into Melwood one time when they trained Melwood. And he was like, THekkz, you knew who I was. Van Dijk knows me.
Oh, that is
That's
amazing.
insane, bro. I'd be gassed.
Right, my score prediction, Theo, I'm going to go 3-0 as well, but I think it could easily be 4 or 5. I think Liverpool will batter them. Bournemouth against Everton, 17th against 16th.
Yes.
Now, these are 2 teams who lost last week, and they are both struggling. Bournemouth lost 4 in a row. That's the worst form in the league. So, who's going to lose here?
Well, they played each other in the EFL Cup midweek. Yeah. Harry Hesketh will know he was in the away end. They got battered 4-1, but the Cherries needed that result because they had been on a bad run. Both these teams in the Prem, not looking great recently.
I got a fact about Everton that I found on the train. In the last 3 games, they've conceded 58 shots. to Fulham, Leicester, and Bournemouth.
And you'd have thought with those 3 teams, it'd be like 20-30.
Yeah, Everton have been okay this season as well,
But Bournemouth, they go 3-1 up against Leeds and bottle it. So Bournemouth will push forward, won't they?
And maybe Everton will have something in their stomach after getting that battering in the cup that they want to go out there and prove them wrong in the Prem.
Going Everton 2,
Yeah.
Bournemouth 1. Connor Cody.
Cody.
Would he go to the World Cup? We don't know.
By the time this video comes out, it'll probably confirm that he has gone to the World Cup and he'll score a header just before that little trip to Qatar.
Yeah, I'll say Connor Cody, winning goal.
I'd back Alex Iwobi. He's the man right now in the number 8 role. Smashing it, one of the best players in the Prem. So if Everton play well, he's at the core of it. But Thogdad, what are you feeling?
I think this is impossible to call. Bournemouth lost 4 in a row. I think that ends, but I think this will be a 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go different to make it 3 different predictions. Bournemouth 2-1. It's going to be a masterclass from Solanke.
West Ham United against Leicester City, 15th against 14th. Now, these 2 teams have got identical records, Theo. 1-4, drawn 2, lost 8. But I've got to say, Leicester in good form at the moment.
They are, and West Ham are not. They just lost to Blackburn in the Cup at home. Terrible result. Ben Brereton Diaz shushing everybody.
Forget David Moyes. I've got issues with Jared Bowen. I've got him on my FPL team the whole year.
Oh, mate.
He's been shocking. I've stuck with him.
He's not cheap as well.
8 mil down the drain. Get out of my team, please.
Last week, Theo, Crystal Palace got it at the death. You know, a lot of very unhappy West Ham fans. And I look at that Leicester team. I look at that Tielemans goal. Did you see that text?
He only scores bangers.
Who is the one to score if you think Leicester are going to go on to win this game?
Oh, it could be anyone. Dewsbury Hall's looking good. Maddison is looking superb.
Yeah.
I think this is an away win. I think
Really?
West Ham lose this one. Pressure's going to be on Moyes. I'm going 2-1 to Leicester City.
2-1 Leicester. What do you reckon, Tex?
See, Leicester, shout out Danny Ball, by the way. He's turned this season around
Yeah.
tremendously. They've been good defensively recently, but I think they're going to concede 2. But
that
I also
what they
think
do?
they're going to score 2. So I'm going to go 2-2.
I'm going to be boring. 1-1.
I was going to go 1-0, but I'm going for more goals. I'm more entertaining.
But I can see Leicester running away with it. But back-to-back losses, I mean, to Palace and Leicester at home, surely not.
You look at that bottom half of the table, Theo.
Yeah.
Leicester have the best form.
Skamaka is going to score. And if West Ham go on to win, it'll be him with the second. I'm not predicting it, but I have a feeling it's his day. It's the Italian striker's day. Let's see.
Tottenham Hotspur against Leeds United. It's 4th against 12th, and it's London against Yorkshire, isn't it, Theo? Now, we were at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last week. I thought Spurs played well. I thought Kulusevski, when he came on, was good. Perisic was good. Kane got a great goal. But they've now lost 3 out of 4.
How did Tottenham lose to Forest, though? And Kane played most of the game. And then Antonio Conte decided to take him off when you're losing.
Yeah, but it's the League Cup. I always say, forget the League Cup.
I think the League Cup's a good trophy. Liverpool did win it last year.
Yeah, fair enough.
If Conte
fair
wants
enough.
to win trophies, you leave your best players on
Yes.
when you're chasing a draw against Forest to go to pens.
Surely they beat Leeds United. Having said that, Leeds have won the last 2 games.
I don't know, Dad.
Great comeback last
I don't
week.
like talking about Leeds. They took away Van Dijk's undefeated streak. It was moving like the Undertaker.
Amazing streak as well for Van Dijk.
Nah, it's gone. It's the only thing we had left this season.
Talking about Leeds United, you know they're going to go to your ground, they're going to play football, they're going to attack for 90 minutes. Can they get anything from White Hart Lane?
Jesse Marsh, it's his final chance to impress what he can do. He's got Tyler Adams, Brendan Aronson, and all the American lads ready to go to the World Cup, play against England, be in front of the limelight. He's going to put up a fight there. So I have a feeling Leeds could sneak something out this game, but it's just too crazy. I'm not going to predict it.
I think Tottenham will bounce back in this game. I think there's going to be goals. I think 3 of them will go to Spurs. I'm going 3-1.
I like the way Leeds play. They press high. They're dangerous in the attack. So I think they will get a goal. But I'm also going to go for 3-1. I don't want to predict the same thing, but 3-1's on my notes. I want to stay with it.
Harry Kane might be tired. They might even drop him because of the World Cup. I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham.
I think Perisic is going to score. I was really impressed with him
Surely
against
Kulu,
Liverpool.
when he came on, he changed the game.
He did. He was a game changer.
So close to making it 2-2 against Liverpool as well.
Nottingham Forest in 20th against Crystal Palace in 10th. Now, Forest got a point last week. A last gasp equaliser against Brentford. But Crystal Palace, all 3 points at West Ham.
Let's start with Forest. They were so unlucky not to get 3 points in the Premier League, and they got the win in the Cup against Tottenham.
Yes.
What a result. Morgan Gibbs-White, incredible finish. They are looking like a complete new team. Have you seen the Forest team at all?
I watched them beat Liverpool, unfortunately. So I know a lot about Forest. They're looking a bit more dangerous, better than they did at the start of the season.
Crystal Palace, they've won 3 of the last 4 games. Elise got the winner.
Yeah.
Eze looked good. Zaha got his goal. That is a good football club, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I just can't see... I mean, the way Wilfried Zaha is playing right now with Elise and Eze, who's unfortunately not going to the World Cup.
I got triple FPL Palace players.
Really?
I had Elise as well, and he scored a 90th minute winner, but he was on my bench.
Oh, shocking. I'm feeling Palace have a very good chance, but Forest home form is special right now. If they can hold off Spurs, they can hold off Palace. I'm going to go 2-2 draw. High scoring, going to be a cracking game. Points aside in the Premier League.
Wow, Palace won away last week. They're going to do it again. 1-0 to Palace.
Palace 3, Forest 1, Zaha hat-trick.
Newcastle United against Chelsea, 3rd against 7th. This is the form team of the league. 13 points in 5 games against a Chelsea team that are really struggling, aren't they?
Callum Wilson got the call up for the World Cup. Newcastle have gone into this game as favourites, and I completely agree. Newcastle are going to win this game. I'll put this out right now. 2-1. Callum Wilson and Almiron in the form of their life. Their final chance to shine before the World Cup break. They'll both get a goal each.
I mean, Almiron, 8 goals this season. He's 4th in the Golden Boot standings. He's been amazing, hasn't he?
Yeah, now we blame Jack Grealish for that. He roasted him, and now Almiron's turned it around.
Chelsea, we watched them last night in the League Cup. They created chances, but they couldn't finish their dinner.
I don't see Chelsea losing this many games in a row and playing this poorly. Even though Newcastle are the form team, and I love what they've done, they haven't even spent that much money, and they've turned it completely around, so Eddie Howe's done a good job. But for this game, saying 1-1, I just don't think Chelsea can be this poor for as many games.
I think 1-1 is a good shout, but hold my beer. I'm going to raise you a goal. Newcastle to win 2-1.
I predicted that too.
Can't be boring. I've got to spice it up a little bit.
Do. No one's backing Chelsea.
I'll even give you the Chelsea goal scorer, Sterling, before the World Cup.
Wolverhampton Wanderers against Arsenal, 19th against 1st. 2 teams at opposite ends of the table. Now, Wolves last week, it started all right. Then Semedo decided to get sent off, and it all went a bit wrong, didn't it?
It did for them. And Arsenal in the Cup also ended their home record streak to Brighton. We've got a Brighton fan in the room. Joshua, he's loving life.
He's loving it. He's got a big smile
Can
on
I just
his
say,
boat race.
Brighton's second team, arguably better than Arsenal's second team. Just pointing it out.
And against Chelsea, they were the better team from the first minute to the last, weren't they?
But this is a problem I picked up from that Cup game, is Arsenal's squad depth isn't there. If they want to win the Premier League, they have to invest in January.
City's second team's almost as good as Arsenal's first team in terms of like names.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Grealish, Mahrez.
Yeah, Mahrez had to do anything.
So are we already writing off Arsenal as the winners of this league?
I got PTSD of Manchester City winning leagues against us. I just don't think Arsenal are going to have the capabilities to keep their form going. I don't think they'll drop off too much.
There's been seasons.
I just don't see City
having
losing.
a Liverpool fan here is perfect, because there's been seasons where you've literally got to 100 points, done the unthinkable, and still ended second.
We lost one game, and we didn't win the league.
Stick to this weekend. Wolves away.
Respect.
I'm going to go first. Wolves 0, Arsenal 1.
I don't know. We are absolutely hammering Arsenal, but they've had an incredible season so far. It's a very good prediction, Thogdad. Wolves 0, Arsenal 0.
Wow.
I'm going for 0-0.
But it's entertaining. It's entertaining at the same time.
After that Cup result, they'll probably be fired up. But I don't think any goals will go in 90 minutes.
I think Arsenal have been the best team in the league this season, and I think they're going to stick it out until the World Cup.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Wolves 0, Arsenal 2.
Brighton and Hove Albion against Aston Villa, 6th against 13th. These are 2 teams who scored 3 goals last week and won, Theo. Now, Brighton, I want to talk about a player called Nottm. And also Lallana. I thought those 2 lads were superb last week.
And the fact they're gelling together under minimal game time is special, because they've just come in and changed it for Brighton. Before it was the talks about Gross and Trossard. There's always a new name.
Well, I can still talk about those 2. I mean, Gross obviously got that late winner, but Brighton, good team. Surely they beat Villa, but Unai Emery's there. Does that change things, Tekkz?
I don't think so. I watched Villa the whole season. I'm a big Steven Gerrard fan, so I watch every Villa game. And they haven't been very good. I know they had a good game against United last week.
But that's after Gerrard got sacked and they played different football. Unai Emery brought the best out of Villa.
I know, but I rate Brighton really highly. Even after Potter left, they'd had some dodgy results, but they played well. They played well in the games Brighton lost when the manager came in.
I think Villa are going to go there with fight, and they need the points more. Look at the Premier League table. Right now, Villa are in 13th. Brighton are sitting in 6th. I can't see Brighton winning this. I'm going to go 1-1.
I think this is going to be a low-scoring, tight game. I think Unai Emery is going to want to tighten things up at the back.
Okay.
But it's Brighton on the home turf. 1-0 to the Seagulls.
Ooh.
I've been gassing at Brighton, and I've been talking down on Villa.
Yeah.
But 2-0 Brighton.
2-0 Brighton. 2-0 Brighton, 1-0 Brighton, and a 1-1.
And finally, Fulham against Manchester United, 9th against 5th. Now, Fulham last week lost to Manchester City. Now they face the red side of Manchester. What's going to happen here, lads?
Fulham's defence has been called up by, half of it has been called up by USA.
Yes.
Tim Ream, Anthony Robinson, good news for them.
Well, that's like the Bolton defence back in the day, isn't it?
It actually was. They both played for Bolton.
Can't work out Man United this season. They start to do well, and then that Villa game, they offered nothing.
I think that's what comes of having a new manager, though. You know, inconsistent results. Liverpool had it when Klopp first joined. Just inconsistency.
Do you believe in Ten Hag's project? Do you think in the future they'll start winning like
they're doing much better than they've done for the last 4 or 5 years? So I think you've got to believe as a Man United fan. 2-1 win. I think Mitrovic will score because he's in my mate's FPL team and he scores every week and he's not in mine.
Yeah,
so I'll say 2-1 Man United.
That's the annoying thing with FPL. You sell a player, he goes bags a hat trick, doesn't he?
And I'm actually going to go with what I see with my eyes on the telly.
Yeah.
I think Fulham have played some great football, very good on their home ground. I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
I'm going to back Manchester United.
Okay.
Fulham 1, And that'll be from Pereira.
Yeah.
Manchester United 2.
I said 2-1, but
you said
yeah, I
2-1?
said 2-1.
Oh, I'm going to have to go different then. 2-0. 2-0 to Manchester United.
Right, well, that's the end of the predictions. Tekkz, thank you very much for coming along.
Thanks for having me.
Where are you ranked at the moment in the world for FIFA?
Last season, I was 4th. This season hasn't started yet.
Okay.
The seasons before I was 4th, I was 1st, like 3 years in a row. So hopefully we get back to 1st.
20,000 likes, and we agreed something. A real-life football quiz on your channel.
Yes, real life football quiz. I backed myself.
Right.
740 subs.
740,000 subs right now.
Get to 750.
We're going to help him get to the 750,000. Make sure you get notifications on because we will be on his channel soon. So
Yeah.
not going to give too much insight on that. But thank you very much for watching this video. We're about to go to the World Cup. We're buzzing.
I'll go and pack my bag.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye.